Nowadays, life is intertwined with technology. Let's figure it out. Welcome to Life, Tech, and Sundry. Hi there. Sorry for butting into the podcast. So, this podcast is brought to you by Anchor. And I just want to promote Anchor for all the listeners out there. What is Anchor, you say? Anchor is free. Okay? Totally free. So don't need to worry about that. What else? Anchor has basically all the creation tools that you'll need and you want to kickstart that podcast that you've been dreaming all this time. It helps it get it on the road. Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Anchor takes care of that too. So you just have to create an account, start recording, and edit everything within the Anchor ecosystem. That makes things a lot more easy. Start creating. You can download the app too, may that be on Apple or Android. There's no bias there. If you want to get working on your computer, you can always go to anchor.fm. Again, the website is anchor.fm. Creating your podcast has never been easier. Thanks. Back to the show. Previously on Life, Tech, and Sundry.
I
wouldn't be surprised, yeah.
I mean, in the
Probably mine.
in the manual right here, their welcome guide, it should say something along the lines. Please, if you do me the honor.
PowerPort speed 5. 2x quick charge. And now, back to the show. Letters
Do not disassemble.
Oh, Marcos, please take your hands off that.
Oh, here you go, sir.
I'm playing, sir.
What does it say in the back? It says 2x quick charge in the small letters.
Yeah, it has IQ.
So it says it only charges your phone and tablet.
Oh, there you go. So no laptops for you, sir.
Nice. And then there's the other one with the gallium, right? With the new with the new use of gallium. That's like super thin atom. I forgot the model. It's like an atom charger.
Is that the one like graphite? The one that Samsung was trying to use like, for the like actual batteries?
No, it's gallium that it's allegedly you can use it for less for the same amount of like it's like 8 times you can use 8 times less than the usual amount for silicon, which is basically plastic and glass and chips. Not cookie chips, but yeah, gallium though, that's the next big thing. I've seen it on with Linus Tech Tips videos, the HP Envy. Yeah, they used a lot of gallium and Anchor.
Interesting.
So
that's the thing.
Yeah, this is the actual cord to plug it to the wall.
Another thing that I was observing with going back to a tech review.
He's like, oh,
hey now,
hello. Yeah,
hello,
it's got the cover over here. Very nice.
Oh yeah, I don't know if you want to see. Since this is also my school bag.
Loki,
I have here.
Loki, I like your Velcro tie.
Yeah, it's nice.
I have here a microcontroller.
Oh yeah, that's the. Is that for the soundboard or for the?
No, this is not the
No,
it could be, but this is for my project.
Oh, nice.
Where? Oh, okay, there.
So it's in the protective thing.
Yeah, no. Let it keep it safe.
Oh, that looks high tech, bro.
And it's kind of weird that you have a handcuff. Your handcuffed to it.
What?
To the case to protect it.
Oh no. Well, I mean, when I use it, I'm gonna take it out, but
don't whip it out just yet. Right now in this episode, it's too dangerous.
Wait, what?
We're too dangerous for it. I know I am. With my butterfingers.
That's because you're eating cookies.
Oh yeah, especially the cookies.
Yeah, so that's my little unboxing feature today. And
We
yeah,
can,
so
we can move on to Animu.
you guys want to move on to any more? Is there anything else that you wanted to share? Yeah, go ahead, Marcos. Oh
Please,
yeah,
cookie.
yeah. Please wash that cookie down with your polar ice drink. But yeah, besides that, Josue, did you have anything else besides anime that you wanted to share?
Oh,
No. Okay.
so there was an observation
Okay.
with the RTX, not GTX anymore. It's called RTX. The 300 series, 330 series, 3000.
Okay.
The 3000 series.
Mhm.
That for the lowest number in the 3000 series is still better performing than the RTX 2000 series, and for less price.
Okay.
AKA meaning for zero uptick in price, you get 8 times more the performance in the current marketing that they gave, and in general real world practices that they made graphs and all those things.
Right.
And they noticed that right now you're better off putting the lowest, the 3070
Okay.
RTX 3070 versus the 2080 Ti at 1080p. It's still the 2080 Ti at 1080p doesn't perform as good as the 3070 at 1440p. It gives you a higher frame rate and all those things, and it costs the same amount or even less. A 3070 cost, the minimum is $400, and the 2080 right now is easily above, higher than $400. And the current explanation for that for us, the potential customers, is because there was an implementation of a new technology with the 20 series, a new architecture and a new technology within the little microprocessors and the cooling system and all those things. And that what fascinates me all about that is the technical part of this, of the graphics card, that we as a customer, we had to more or less, either if the first generation buyers, elaborating with you, Alan, not wanting to buy a new first generation of any product. We see the physical performance and technical production of materials or goods within the NVIDIA company, of them producing their second generation of the current RTX model. And it just excites me internally, like, yes, the technology, it really it just makes me think about the technical specs on the back end, what they did.
It makes you dream bigger.
It makes me want to chase the dragon again.
Stop chilling.
No, yeah.
Stop chasing its tail, bro.
These these so they have 3 models. They have the 3070, 3080, and 3090. And since, if you don't know, graphics cards are basically and it's like adding another chip or like another CPU into it. So with it, they have their own RAM. So the 3070 has 8, the 3080 has 10
Gigabytes
gigabytes
of RAM.
and the 3090 has 24. So that's some good.
That's some solid numbers.
Yeah. And the numbers for the pricing goes, the cheapest is about $500 and the most expensive is $1,500.
Well, this is the reason why it makes Marcos drool.
Because compared to the 2080s, the 2060s, we're about that price or even higher.
Okay.
But an explanation as an outsider that people were reviewing it was because it's the first model, the first generation of said technology.
Right.
And historically, what we've seen from NVIDIA specifically, this kind of upgrade in performance and pricing was back in the 2000s, 20 years ago.
Oh, okay.
So specific, like on the mark when they announced the new model from the 1999 to the GTX, whatever, the G series, and that they did in the early 2000s. Reporters, literally, you can read on the news, the tech reporters almost word by word said the exact same thing. Like, oh, there's an improvement in performance that we haven't seen before, or this is just the pace of technology. How we see the barrier for entry, the gatekeeper, the first generation. It's expensive as a consumer, but you see the improvements compared to the previous generation. Then the next generation after the first one is cheaper, but even better than the first one. So that's what gets me excited for the future.
That sounds interesting. I'm happy for you, bro. Makes
So what he's saying is now you're gonna buy a 30 series graphics card.
I can't wait for the 40 series.
Okay. Well, I guess that's answer our question, right?
Like with Alan, I elaborated that that's a good reference point that you buy the fourth. That's a good reference to buy the fourth model of whatever product you're interested in.
Yeah, definitely. Never, like, at least for me, never buy, rule of thumb, never buy the first iteration of anything, especially when it comes to tech, just because, and we'll take this as an example, the new Microsoft Duo. It's the first iteration of its kind for Microsoft. It's great. It looks really, really sleek. But again, it's the first iteration. They're using a lot of the technology that's obsolete now from, I think, a year ago or so.
Yeah,
it's solid though for them.
It for what it is, it's great. They're able to make that concept become a reality, and they're selling it, so that's great for them. But now, what I want to see, what's next for them? What's next? What's the Duo 2 looking like?
So
Duo
you
3.
chase that dragon, aren't you?
Me, not so much. I mean, I'm really happy. I'm really happy with the Samsung Galaxy or Note.
Even in spirit, then how about in spirit?
or even like the Galaxy Fold.
The Fold
2.
Yeah,
the second one is a lot better.
it's way better.
Yes.
So if I were to choose over the Fold 2 and the Duo, I would go for the Fold 2, just because it worked a lot of the kinks out that the first one had. The front facing screen looks a lot better because it's more full. It's not a little square. Yes, Marcos.
But don't you think most likely other companies did this? Grab the model of the Fold, disassembled it. Oh, this is what went wrong, and then they low key, without announcing, improved upon that maybe, and used their experience with the Surface series.
I haven't seen any other company.
They can't do that because that's illegal issue.
Right.
They can't look at other people's designs.
They have patents on a lot of their technology.
What stops us from disassembling my phone and okay, this is...
I mean, if you're going to jerry-rig everything, like jerry-rig everything.
I mean, if you can understand it too, because,
yeah,
it's very high-level stuff.
There's a lot of complications in there. But again, going back to it, apart from having patents and stuff for people not to copy it, I mean, I would say let the people that, I guess you can say, the Microsofts, the Googles of the world, innovate and compete in order for us, the consumer, to have better
stuff. Yeah.
So, I mean, unless you're going to dump a bunch of time and a bunch of money, I don't think you need to buy yourself a Fold 2 or Duo to try to unravel the mysteries, to try to make your own product. Because at this point, it's like, that's a lot of money you're going to invest in a lot of time.
Yes, you're right.
To try to do that. It would be in our best interest to be more vocal as a community, to say, I like this about this product, I don't like this about this product, and for that reason, I'm not going to buy it, or I will buy it and vote with your dollar.
Yeah.
It pushes people or pushes companies to be smarter about not only marketing, but actually giving you, the consumer, what you want or what you need, and being more precise about it at a price that you're comfortable or willing to pay for. You know? So that's what I think. Me, if I had the choice between the Duo or the Fold 2, I would go for the Fold 2.
Shooting from the hip, like your first opinion.
But because I think even the Fold 2 is still very, I would like to say it's still in its adolescence maybe, or it's still very premature as in a full concept type of thing. I mean, you open it up, it's nice, but you still have that crease there.
Yeah.
In the middle. The cameras are better, yes. But again, they still, when you open up the actual phone, it has that screen protector, that little piece of paper. Even when you do the unboxing, it says, be careful, don't press too hard, don't put it in your pocket with like rocks and stuff or pebbles, or like if you're
Keys.
or keys or whatever the case is, you're at the beach or something and your phone is in your pocket and it falls out your pocket, God forbid, right? And you're at the beach.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, whatever gets stuck in that phone, it gets stuck in that phone, and unfortunately, you're stuck with that stuff in your phone. And there's still a lot of kinks and headway that they have to make in order for the phone to be a lot more faithful and to what you need it to be, a phone. It's not like you're gonna flip the phone and this and that and do whatever you think you're gonna be able to do, and it's gonna be not damaged.
You okay?
Yeah. The carbonation came up.
So that's what I would say. And for the Duo, obviously, it has great hinges, and that's something that people have been liking a lot. And to their point, yeah, great hinges. But again, we've seen hinges on phones before.
Expect the unexpected,
Right.
unfortunately.
Yeah, so I mean, until they get to the level where it's a little more seamless, then we start getting into that bleeding edge. How far can they take it to make it seem almost like magic, like something you haven't seen before? And that's the part of the experience of
Chasing the dragon.
more than anything in technology. I mean, if you want
the tech dragon. How about that?
sure, if you want to chase the magic dragon, Marcos, go ahead, buddy. I'm not stopping you.
I'm away.
But for people that is one of those things that people say, wow, that
So cool.
yeah, that piece of tech is
Sugoi.
something
Sugoi desu ne.
that's something that I wanna, and I'm willing to not only work for it but part with that hard-earned money, part with it to purchase that item and have it, because I'm gonna use the heck out of it and
Like,
be
shut up,
able to
take my money.
right.
There's
I'm
gonna be a
throwing
lot of
money at the
Yes.
screen.
They're voting with their dollar.
Right. And when people or when companies see that they're
Incentivized.
when they see
Aw.
that they're I guess you could say the money isn't right, they're not making their money back on the investment that they made, then they start thinking, wow, where did we go wrong? And that's good. That's absolutely good. That means that we're doing something right. Yeah, either your product is not
Good.
Yeah, it's not something we're looking for, and it might be something that it's okay, but the price is not right for what you're offering. People will definitely vote with their dollar, and you'll see that other companies are going to take to that and be like, all right, they're not listening to you, we are, and we're going to make something amazing for you. Come over here, competition.
Come on by.
All right, buy this, buy that, and it's
Say we save a seat for you.
right, and it's half off.
Half off.
Right.
Time.
And that's why a lot of people like the OnePlus type of
the norms.
products. Yeah, because never settle. So they settled for for other things, But again, hey, everyone is gonna definitely pick and choose what they like, and they're gonna definitely vote with their dollar because times are hard right now. Not everybody has a job, and people are struggling out there, and companies need to take note of that.
Yeah.
So that's where at this point, at this point, a lot of students are in the situation where they're getting their higher education, but they're not quite making the thousands of dollars that they're going to make after their degree is in the bag. So companies need to be a lot more thoughtful about how they not only market but how much the price is. Just again, going back to Apple, the prices on the watches and the iPads, they have more than one selection. They have choices, and each choice has a different price range in order for people to see that it's accessible to them. So they think, oh wow, maybe I'm not able to get the Series 6, but I'm able to get the version that's a peg lower, that has almost all the same features, but it's a little less money, that they're charging. So I'm gonna get that one for right now. So I mean, choice is nice, but again, they're giving you the option, which is nice for you as a consumer, with the prices at maybe not as high of a price. So barrier to entry is a little bit more comfortable for a lot of people. But sorry, Marcos.
No, that answered that was a good opinion. What about you, Josue?
I was gonna say we're gotta move into the anime because it is getting late.
Okay.
You
So-
are correct, sir.
Okay, so this is the segment of the anime zone? No.
No,
What
just
do we call
anime.
it? It's just our anime.
Anime corner.
Yes, okay. Giggity. So, what do you got to tell on this segment, Josue?
I got nothing.
Let me tell you.
Okay.
Let me tell you something, little man. So, I was just gonna say I'm enjoying quite a few animes right now. I caught up finally to God of High School. I finally caught up to Food Wars, and I what was the other one? And I also caught up to, well, not necessarily caught up to, but I started to watch Snafu, so I'm already on third episode. And the other one that I've been watching, the basketball one, I think I shared with you guys before. And
Basket. Not Boku no Basket.
no. Yeah, and well, while I look for it, I'll tell you about the other ones. So I did catch up to the ones I was explaining before, and let's see if I can remember the name. Let's see.
Oh, you hear that too?
I'm looking who it is. It's coming from yours or so.
What do you do? Unless it's the
All right, so I got it right now. It's called Ahiru no Sora. So it's a basketball.
no soda.
Yeah, no soda. So I'm basically caught up to it. I think I have like maybe an episode or two left in order for me to catch up, but it's really exciting and great story. And at least for me, my personal opinion, I'm really enjoying the direction the actual anime is going, where people are getting hyped about the basketball team and how in this latest episode, the principal is basically, at first he was against the basketball team because of their shortcomings as far as their poor choices of some individuals from the basketball team. And it got to a point where one of these bad decisions that they made was after a tough loss at the hands of a rival school basketball team. They were in their locker room, and unfortunately, they wanted to go back to their old ways and kind of like unwind by smoking a cigarette in the boys' locker room. And then the teacher that was basically backing or like supporting them, the team in their time of need, came in. So they kind of like try to fix themselves up and throw away the cigarette while it was still kind of lit.
And it started a fire.
And it started a fire.
Oh, I was kidding.
No, it really did. It started a fire. And it basically burned down the locker room. And yeah, I'll leave it at that. So you guys get intrigued enough to actually go watch it.
It's the drama.
Yeah. But right now, the principal that was against them basically is cheering them on and basically hyping the team up by letting the other teachers know, hey, they're trying their best out there. And it's very rare or something that you can't really, I guess, witness very often. And it's something that invokes a sensation of, how can I explain it? A sensation of not like work hard and you will get to the top type of scenario. So I'll leave it at that. If you guys are interested or intrigued enough to actually watch it,
Click
leave.
the link below.
Yeah, or no, not don't leave a link.
There's no link below.
But do leave comments and let us know what you think.
At the email, I'll leave a link to that.
Yeah, if you have any questions, again, we do have links down on the bottom in the show notes. Please let us know what you think. If you have questions, you have comments, please let us know. Yeah, our Crunchyroll link will be down in the description.
I wish we had one, but none. Hopefully,
I was gonna
coming
say
soon.
for me, other than the ones he mentioned, like God of High School and Food Wars, I haven't really caught. I haven't caught up to that.
You haven't? No,
Nah,
you
I'm
should,
letting
bro.
this-
It's really good, bro.
You're doing
I'm
the
not gonna lie.
stacking style.
Yeah, I'm doing the stacking for that one.
Oh, nice.
But
Respect.
one of them that I'm not doing the stacking for is
Yes.
the Misfit of the Demon King Academy.
Oh, that was the third one or fourth one I was gonna mention. But please go ahead because I did catch
But
up
yeah.
to that one. It's
If
great.
you don't know what that is, it's
I am
basically
interested.
they've been explaining it more as the series progress, but it's basically surrounded around the main character whose name's Anos or
Don't
Anos
please.
Voldigold.
Okay.
The G.
And it starts off as him being, I guess, reincarnated, or not reincarnated, like being born again. I guess, yeah, reincarnated, but in the same world. So
He didn't get isekai. That's what you're trying to say.
yeah, he didn't get isekai. He's still in the same world. But it basically takes place 2,000 years after he died, and he's in a school for demons, and he is what they call the Demon King of Tyranny, something like that, right? And he goes in.
You are correct, sir. Yeah.
And he goes in and learn that there has been a change in history,
Altered history.
and that the Demon King is not Anos Voldigold. Instead, it's Avos Delihar, something like that.
And who's that?
Delihar. And so it goes into how Anos kind of deals with that and tries to convince people that he is actually the Demon King. And it's not like a typical anime was like, oh, he starts off weak and then he goes in strong. He's strong from the very start. He is a lot stronger than a lot of
He was talking when he was born. Type
Yeah.
of strong.
like this guy is a lot strong. Even for demons, like they have
It's like you have a pure blood, and then you have like
like half blood. Well, I mean, like because
the ones that aren't full blood.
the way they even do this in the academy, they separate them by if they're royals or not. If they are royals, they're given a red coat, and if they're not, they're given a white coat. So Anos falls into the white coat because he wasn't born into a royal family. He was born into a regular schmegler.
Regular smuggler.
That's
Yeah.
correct. Yes.
But since he is the Demon King, oddly enough, there's a lot of so one of their most, like for example, one of the most powerful magic is origin magic, and that is magic directly coming from the Demon King. Now, this is incredibly powerful and one of their most powerful arsenal, but there's one weakness. It does not affect the person who it was created from, which is the Demon King and is the main character.
Allegedly, the Aras, or what was his name?
Anos?
The fake
Oh, Avos?
Avos. It wouldn't affect him in theory.
No, it would affect him. But if the theory was that if he was actually the Demon King, then yes, it wouldn't affect him.
That's what I was saying.
But Anos is the actual Demon King, and he is the actual origin. So it doesn't affect him. Someone of royal blood tried to use it against him, and he's like, why is it not working? He said, the origin magic does not affect the origin.
you know why? You know why?
Like, sit down, little man.
And like to put him into perspective of how powerful he is, this guy defeated a guy or brought him to his knees with his heartbeat.
Yes. Yes, you did.
Of the enemy or his own?
His own heartbeat. This guy was pumping blood and bringing this guy to his knees.
Also, might I add,
Was that a spell or just like?
he actually took on an opponent, killed him, reincarnated him or revived him, killed him again in a different way, and did this repeatedly until the person gave up.
Yeah, this guy, he just snapped him away and took like a piece of his blood and brought him back. He's like, oh, you're not ready yet? Okay.
Right,
Oh,
a drop
here we
of
go
blood,
again.
right? That's interesting.
So he's incredibly powerful too. With his magic alone, he has demonstrated that he is not your ordinary demon. He has used spells that are typically used in groups. Like one of them, He's like, oh, they use it against him too. And he's like, oh, let me show you how it works. Boom. And little thing destroys everything. This guy is so overpowered. This guy has a sword, which nobody knows about because the only person who has seen them has been destroyed. This sword is so overpowered that it doesn't need to hit you to get you. This guy, one of the enemies dodged it and still got cut in half.
Right. He
And he's
also used a twig as a sword to defend himself.
Like Meliodas.
What?
Meliodas style, remember?
Oh no, but he actually used it like as a weapon.
Okay. But question, the origin magic, is it all origin magic connected to this guy or is that the type of magic?
It all comes from him. So the way they work is that they don't have souls. They have what they call sources. And this sources acts as their soul. It's them. They can come back and they can be the same person as long as they have the same source. You can die and you can come back the same person, basically. It said that if you get killed, like if your source is destroyed, it's supposed to be worse than you dying. Because that's it. You're gone. You ain't coming back. Since there's demons, there's heroes as well. And the hero of their legend had 7 sources. And he would himself destroy them and then they would come back. The only thing is that like another thing that they did change history is that like they said that the Demon King was killed by the hero, and that's true, but he let him kill him.
It was an agreement.
It was an agreement,
right.
Yeah. He allowed him to die.
So desune.
This guy did not get killed. He allowed him to get killed, to die. He's
like, let me just press respawn real quick.
And every person he has faced so far has not won against him.
And is all magic linked to him, or is just exclusively?
It's just there's origin magic and there's other types of magic.
Kind of origin in general. Okay.
Origin is like a higher level type of magic. His. It's all connected to him.
Okay.
Which is that's why the show is so intriguing, because I mean, I guess you can say because he's overpowered, you would think that
it's over. The show's over.
The story isn't gonna progress or make sense or have any like up, down, or
left, right.
Hi there, Marcos here. I'm just interrupting again the podcast because I want to let all you listeners know that there is a link in the show notes for you to leave a voice message. I'll be as proactive as I can. I'll get to them as quickly as possible and answer them in the show or put them as a subject in the podcast. Once again, there is a link in the show notes of this podcast for all you listeners to leave a message. Thank you for your time, and back to the show.
Yeah.
And center.
But I think the story is compelling enough for you to sit down and watch and actually enjoy it. The art is beautiful. I guess you can say the tropes are plentiful, but they're, palatable. They're digestible. They're great to watch and enjoy because you can literally make yourself a nice sandwich, a nice bowl of chips.
To sandwich. Yes.
Right, yeah. And
you already know I like it.
And you can watch it and enjoy and have a good laugh and being like interested, like genuinely interested in the story and think, wow, it's, I mean, again, I'm not going to compare it to any other show because this show is different, but from all the other shows that have this type of similar type of story line of Demon Lord, this one has a different take on it, a different twist. And because there's world building to some extent and some sort of like a couple different concepts of like Josue mentioned, the origin and the power of the source of the magic that is used in this universe, it just intrigues you to the degree where you're like, yeah, let me watch this, and you enjoy it. At least for me, in my opinion, and I think Josue will,
elaborated.
Yeah, will also share the same mindset or the same idea, is that's why you enjoy it, because it's not something typical. It's like it has that enough difference from other shows that you're gonna like it, even though you've probably seen certain things that you've seen before. Yes, go ahead.
I raised my hand, to ask the question in the class or in the podcast.
Yes,
There are three comments that I want to say.
sure.
First, it's going to be a question, and this reminds is when
No.
you said that this universe has demons. Does this mean that the demons won or are the ruling class, or is this just like
No, there's a demon academy and
Like
then
in
there's
Shuffle.
a hero
like in
academy.
Shuffle? There's a demon world,
Yeah, no. Well,
human
the
world,
thing
and
is that
angel world.
the
God world.
agreement between the hero and the demon lord was that there's going to be peace. So they're living in the same world, and there's no more war against each other.
That's what I was asking.
That's why they have that joint venture or that joint class or from the two academies. But again, like a lot
This is
of
a different
things,
spin. I like it.
Yeah,
it
and-
sparks my attention.
and like a lot of things in society, even though everything is made to be equal, individuals are going to have their own biases based on what they don't know or they think they know. So that's what gives a little bit of element of real life.
A spice, yeah. Part 2, question 2. This reminds me of comment, not a question. This reminds me of One Punch Man. It's already Saitama already being at the peak, and now this is his adventures as the guy on the top of his game. Agree or disagree with this comment?
I see where you're going with it, but I mean, I think it's still a little bit more different than that, just because of the politics. I want to say,
Yeah.
There's more politics in this one.
yeah,
And plus, he doesn't take him out in one.
right.
He could.
There's
and
still
even less.
There's still more like I think you can. I think I would want to compare it to like thoughtfulness about how he goes about intertwining or having relationships with people that he actually knows, and basically distinguishing one person from another if this is a friend or a foe.
He
Because
gives it more
he's not
flavor.
your typical demon lord where he's like, everyone's my enemy.
Yeah, I would have thought
Right.
that. I would have thought
He
that.
he has more reason than most people of this title.
Right. I
Like
mean,
if he doesn't view like titles or no, like he thinks the royal thing is BS.
yeah, he thinks that's just arrogant. People are trying to claim something they're not. And
Clout.
and
Mhm.
basically he smashes that concept, and he takes on friends that you would think a person of his, I guess you can say, stature and lineage would be like, oh, you're beneath me. But no, he's portrayed as a friendly person if you get along with him. If you basically,
Don't.
you don't try to act better
You
than
get
than him.
snapped.
Yeah, or you just get destroyed. And unfortunately, a lot of people, whether it even be teachers, think that they're better than him, and he basically just crushes them. So it's interesting to see that that's the type of way they spin the story.
Number 3, and I feel like this is the number 3rd, the most important one. Is it an ecchi show?
No.
Oh damn!
No, I mean you might think there's a little bit elements of like a love triangle or
No, ecchi.
no.
Oh.
No, tits are not falling
I'm
off.
specifically saying you'll get hints of like a love triangle or of like almost
Any fan service?
rom-com.
Not really.
It's not really.
Damn it.
It's not even. Yeah, it's not even light touches of.
I mean, is there like beautiful girls?
Like
Yeah.
fairy
Yeah,
tale
like I
level-
said,
like
I like-
fairy tale levels of fan
No,
service.
not
Like,
even.
wow.
No.
not even. No,
Hmm?
I'm again. The story I think is good enough. A
People
standalone.
get killed by someone's heartbeat. I don't think you
Yeah.
can fit ecchi in there.
No, not at all, Marcos.
Okay.
The story I think is good enough on its own where
Yeah, I
they
don't
don't
think
even
it
to
need,
add
yeah,
it.
it didn't need it.
Or
They
like
don't need to add it.
the slime. What was this? I reincarnated as a slime. It had its ecchi moments.
Yeah, but this one doesn't have any of those type of elements, and it's still a really enjoyable series,
Okay.
or
okay.
a really enjoyable show. I think, at least, my opinion. I don't know. What do you think, Marco? Josue. I'm
no,
sorry.
yeah, it doesn't. I think like it doesn't need it.
Yeah, me neither.
It's that
It's good.
impact-
It's good enough as it is. And
Okay.
like I feel like it wouldn't. It will be out of place even.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense.
Like I can see it with like some of the characters. Some of them are like
I think the art is beautiful. Like I think they really, the production of the art, like, and whoever was creating it, like colorful, like the colors are vivid. The way they draw the actual characters, their proportions aren't like wow,
They're in like One Piece.
they're not One Piece proportions. I mean, they're drawn really well.
Yeah.
And again, I don't think the story calls for or needs it at all. I mean, you might think, oh, because there are so many girls that they might go that way.
Yeah, this guy has a whole fan club.
Yeah, but
not harem, fan club, right?
yeah, fan club. And it's just as it sounds, a fan club. You don't see these girls taking off their
Like
clothes.
Seki Ray.
Well, like the weirdest thing, the weirdest thing
no.
they've done is that they have a song for him.
Yeah, they're a cheerleader. Like think about
Mob
Gary.
Psycho, the ghost.
No,
the
Gary
occult
Oak.
club.
Gary Oak from Pokemon Cheer Squad. That's how he has his cheer squad. Basically, nothing edgy about it.
But he doesn't need that because he has the sword that defies all laws.
right. And his mom and his dad's sword that he gave him that.
Oh yeah,
a lot of love. Yo, it kind of almost humanizes him
yeah.
to a certain degree. Like he
You forget that he's a demon.
Yeah.
He's a demon king.
right. But again, that's the way the story
But
is
like
made.
they always remind you though, because the ending scene is literally him on his throne when he was a demon king, and then back to when he was a student.
Right, exactly.
It's like a humble check.
But I think what the intrigue here is also is the story, the mystery, because there's always that overarching mystery of who's the person that changed the history. That
it's a mystery show on its own, like that.
There's mystery inside the story, which is intriguing enough where you're like, huh, it makes you think, it makes you guess, maybe it's this person. And there's a lot of foreshadowing where it's like you meet a character and you don't quite know if it's a friend or a foe. And you start looking, oh, is he going to be an enemy?
There's even a mystery of what happened to the hero because they.
Right, exactly.
Is he like a statue, or is there a statue of him at least?
Well, no, because they portray him in history as like after defeating the Demon King, who knows what happened?
Oh,
that blurs off.
2,000 years is quite a bit of time.
The only thing they have is that they have his reincarnations, and since he has seven sources, there's seven. There's supposed to be 7 reincarnations, but I think a few of them were lost. So he has like 4
or stuff
instead.
Like right. So again, it's just.
It's a mystery show as well.
That tinge of world building is what kind of makes you stick to the story and want to hear. It almost has you like a little bit, almost like when you start first seeing, I want to say like, and not to compare, just that sensation of you wanting to learn more about the world that the writer, the creator is building, like the One Piece, the Bleach, the Naruto, like there's more to it. That's how I was looking at the show and I was like, that's interesting. I wonder what else is out there in that universe or that world of that story. Yeah. And even though they do draw their lines and parameters of like, it's just a demon and the human and the mixture of these two categories or types of characters or people. And that's about enough of what you need to actually make the story progress where it's going. And the inner politics of both sides, even it just makes for a good story. I kind of want to say, I mean, and again, there's no ecchi in it, but like even I remember the anime that came out I think last season where was the Sorcerer's Apprentice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Eighth Son.
The Eighth Son.
Yeah. So that one to me has
the
like
Magician's grandchild.
Like that. For me, that show was good to me. I enjoyed it. It didn't seem like it was something that would wow you though.
Mm-hmm.
And to going back to the Misfit anime, there's elements of things that you would see there, and it was enjoyable.
Oh,
so that's what I wanted to share with you guys.
No, I was gonna say like the next one I was gonna say is Rent a Girlfriend.
Oh, status, okay.
I need to watch.
I need to know.
Bro. I haven't seen anything.
Like
I want to know.
Now,
by
can you tell me right now? Can you tell me you gave it a 7 as far as the anime goes? You gave it like a 3 for the manga. What are you gonna say now?
I mean, like I would still give it like a 6.5. Like
so it went down
between.
Because like look. I feel like there's no set goal with the anime. Even the manga is still going. There's some confusion of who he's gonna go with. Sometimes it feels like it's one girl or the other. Now let me tell you where there's no confusion. He's not going to his ex.
Now let me ask you something, Josue. Is it like remember the anime that came out like a season or two ago with the sisters that were all
domestic girlfriends
Or the
quintessential.
quintessential quintuplets.
quintessential
There's a
quintuplets.
season 2 coming out.
Oh, yeah, there
Yes,
is.
and I'm very excited about that. Does it have that kind of feeling where like he doesn't know who to pick, or is that what you're saying, or is it more like the one room? Remember the anime? I don't know if you've seen it.
What?
It's on it. I think it's
Okay.
airing right now. It's called One Room, or it came out last season, where it's basically like based off a game where the protagonist goes out with a different girl in each episode or something like that, or even why the hell are you here, teacher?
I need to see that one. There.
Well, it's like look at it like this. It's
Okay.
like the first girl we see, the only relationship they have is that they're basically client and
Customer
customer and client.
Okay.
goods and services.
And like you start to see some sparks in there, but
Yeah.
there's nothing definitive.
Okay.
The next girl, which is X, we know that's not. She's just there for plot.
Oh, nice. I guess
The third girl, who we get introduced like midway into the season, is I don't really see a purpose for her because she kind of forces her way into it. It's like
do you
she
have some
knows
sugar? Like knocking on the door?
Yeah, it's like she knows about their secret, and then is like, but I want to be with you, with the guy.
Okay.
For some reason, the only reason why I think it's pretty stupid is because it makes your heart race.
Interesting.
And I'm like, that's all it's. And then the last girl, which we were recently introduced, is just there. She's just there, to be honest.
she's just a
She's a supporting character.
Okay.
This is what I'm trying to say.
a placeholder.
Damn. Damn.
Even the manga, she's just there.
Oh, interesting.
She's a supporting character. She's a good friend.
Hopefully in the future, there's gonna be more plot to it.
No, but I'm saying even in the manga, she's still like great. That's good to know that you exist. She's
Thumbs
cute,
up.
but
That's all.
That's all.
That's all that's going for her, right?
so it's like it feels like it's not like in the manga. Even you see the most relationship development with the first one that he's with, the rental girlfriend that he first rented out. But it gets to the point where it's like he kind of questions himself, and so does the girl. But she's leaning to more like, I want to do my own thing. But knowing these type of stories, she's gonna go back and be like, no, I'm gonna stay with them.
Okay.
But like, who really knows? There's some good moments in it, but it's like it's not something appealing enough.
It falls flat a little
Yeah.
bit. Ouch.
It's not like I'm not saying it's bad. It's not a good story.
It's
There's
not your
some,
taste. How
But
about
it doesn't
but
get
it's not even that. It is my taste, but it's like it's
that? Rent a
there's
girlfriend
something-
and
there's something
domestic
missing
girlfriend.
from it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
There's something like it needs a few. It doesn't need one push. It needs a few more pushes to it to be like great or even good.
At least.
What about the technical within the animation and the art of it? How would you describe that, or how would you rate it?
I see no problem with the animation and the art, but it's you can have, like, for example, season 3 of the Seven Deadly Sins was awful, terrible animation, but the story was good.
it was good enough?
Good. Okay.
Okay.
You.
So
Yeah.
the story is what
kept
Yeah,
you.
really pushed
Kept
it. But for
pushed
this
the-
one, it's like the animation is great, but it's like it has an okay story.
Mm.
Damn.
There's parts of the anime where like I can just fall off and it's okay.
You won't miss anything.
Yeah,
It's like it's the same thing. He took her out to go get a takoyaki or
Some-
something.
yeah. And then what else? Oh yeah, Uzaki-chan as well.
Oh,
I've been following that.
Have you caught up, or are you
Yeah,
up
I'm
to
caught
date?
up.
Okay.
what you think?
It's
Thoughts?
How many episodes right now?
I think 11.
11. Oh, so it's
The end
about
of
to be
season
But
over.
it's I feel like it's more like it's a really good anime, but it's like more of a comedic relief.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
yeah, Okay, I see what you're saying.
But like there's a lot of there's like a tiny bit of ecchi,
It's like Konosuba kind of style. Really?
sort of, but not as funny as Konosuba.
Hmm.
There's some good. It's mostly a comedy thing
Okay.
with a little bit of like a little touch of ecchi because her tits are massive.
Oh man.
No, really?
Like how much of a story is there though?
There is none.
It's just comedy relief.
It's just
through and
whatever
through?
happens. It's like if you're like
Is each
whatever
episode
happens
its
today
own story?
happens. It happens.
Is is there like overarching story? Or just one episode
like
per story?
there's some continuity into it, but there's not much.
You're not there for the plot.
It's like once everything ends at the day, then the next thing happens.
Okay.
Like the only continuity is like some of the characters remember what happened yesterday, but that's it.
That hangover, man.
But I feel like it's not that bad. Like that one, I would give it like a 7.
Okay.
For sure. I feel like that's better than Rent a Girlfriend.
Okay, fair enough.
What else?
The Peter Grill.
Oh, I haven't caught up to that. I still don't like that.
It wasn't your taste.
The marketing on it, like the description on Crunchyroll was, very enticing.
Yo, I gotta say that I think
Well, Marcos, we know what you like, buddy.
I think Peter.
Why do you think I asked?
I think Peter
Man
Grill
said,
is.
let me lock the door real quick.
And lávate las.
He's like, let me put on my noise canceling things.
He's like, let me tell my little brother.
Let me activate my noise canceling room.
No, but I was gonna say for Peter Grill, I feel like that's too etchy.
I play
It's
this
like-
on the PA
bro.
system.
I'm
Like,
with
the end-
you right there, bro.
The beginning and end of every episode, he's in the bed with them.
Hold
and
on,
it's
hold on.
like-
It's
So
funny.
like this.
I think that's a trope, bro. Where he literally starts the episode and ends the episode the same way he started, bro. It's like he's in the bed with these what can we call these
Lumptuous
ladies.
the lumptuous girls.
these bimbos, and he's like, and it's just crazy because he's trying
For
to
the
be
clout.
he's trying to be faithful. I don't think
Yeah.
he's doing it for the
No,
clout.
they are.
Not even. He's trying to have their kid. They're trying to have his kid. But he's trying to be super faithful to a girl
And
that,
failing.
bro. I'm talking about failing.
Bro, but he doesn't try sometimes.
No, bro. He just
Or all the time. This guy just accepts it.
and that's what makes it funny because you would think he's trying, but he's not trying.
Nah.
All he's doing is like
He's being tsundere kind of to himself.
Not even soon that he's trying to have this image of I am faithful to my girl.
and
but
he
these
says
bodies-
it. And that's what's
Yeah,
funny because not
but-
only he shows it, but he says it out
He
loud.
was like, but these girls are really thick though. So.
He's like, but I need to be faithful to so and so. I forgot her name.
But I would give that one like a 5.
I don't,
Yeah, I would
yeah.
too. I mean,
it's a
but-
story
But
animation.
I think the story, animation is okay.
It's like it's Konosuba, but rated R.
No,
Yeah.
animation is pretty good.
Yeah,
like you see the curse.
I think what I would say, or my opinion on it, would be that it's so ridiculous
Yeah.
that's the only thing that would make you want to sit through it and laugh. Because Konosuba is funny because it's I think it's witty. It's a little bit more smart funny.
Yeah.
But smart funny in the way of like it doesn't have to be like dumb where it's like just outright it doesn't progress a story or narrative inside the Konosuba storyline. You know how you know how the main character wants to go to the main city so he can basically I guess he can there's a goal.
Yeah.
Where Peter Grill, it's just ridiculous to the point where it's like you're laughing because it makes no sense at all, and that's what probably keeps you because it's like you want to unwind and just laugh.
It's like the Family Guy of anime.
Kind of, yeah. I would say it's something like that. I would say it's something like
And he's
that.
got the same name as the main character,
Peter, not Griffin, Grill.
PG though.
Yeah, exactly.
No, so now the last anime, because we are getting
Yeah, I think this would be the last one.
would be Fire Force.
Yeah.
That one's recently Fire Force have been letting out a lot of information that very useful.
Oh,
Very
just
useful.
to tie the story together, right?
Yeah.
With the characters and their backstories.
No, not like just the general information that they didn't even know about.
Interesting.
Like they found out what's inside
Before you start, spoiler warning.
Yeah.
If you guys don't want to be spoiled, please fast forward a couple of minutes.
Like the Peter Grill, you can tell, but this one is more thick in the story now. So it's worthy to say spoiler alert.
Now, I haven't watched it, so I'm going to get a little bit spoiled, but
well, I mean, I'm not gonna spoil it because like
too crazy. Too crazy.
Thank you.
I'm gonna say like they finally found out what's inside the Amaterasu.
Interesting.
They learned more about the church, about what they do and how they set up,
Mhm,
and
mhm.
they go into more what is the Joker character. like what his backstory, what he's done.
The one that fought against this guy's brother, right? In the junkyard? That Joker guy?
No, he's the one with the cards.
Oh, I don't remember. Damn. Okay, whatever. Continue, yeah.
He has like an eye patch.
An iPad.
He has a bunch of cards.
I know what you're talking about.
And like stuff like that. And then we meet new characters.
Oh, the one with the scientist, right? At the bar?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I know.
And then we also meet new characters. We meet I forgot what this guy named, but everybody's going hype because he's representing, I think, like some African tribe. It's mostly because he's black.
Okay.
Now I really do like this character though. He has a very nice character design, and when he goes into like his, I guess, like Inferno mode,
Is he a Pyro 3 or?
Level 3 or
I think
third
he
generation?
is. Yeah, because he can produce his own fire. So he's probably like 3, I think. 3 or 2, or like a mixture of both.
2 can control the fire. Like somebody else's fire control it. 3
No,
produce their
yeah,
own.
yeah. But it's like it's both because he can produce it and control it.
So they introduced the story of hybrids.
People can be generation 2 and 3,
I didn't know
which
that.
means they can produce their fire and then they can control it.
Yeah.
Which is someone like Shinra and all that. And then what's it called? We also see again him using his Adula burst with the link. Because, you can't use the Adula burst without that linking thing. All the people from the enemy side, because I forgot what they're called, evangelists, can use the link because they have that connection to the person. And we actually know more about who this person is. And like where they come. Well, not so much where they come from, but we learned that they have this ideology that she's almost like God in a sense. Because she came out of nowhere. And then things changed so rapidly that it was crazy. And then they came forth the great catastrophe that happened.
Firestorm.
Yeah. But they're like, this person is almost revered as God in a sense. But we soon later, that's what they're trying to figure out right now. Like more about who this evangelist is and more about who the next pillars are. Because I think they only have 5. So they're missing, I think, 2 more. Or 3 that they don't know. Unfortunately, they're losing because they only have Shinra on their side, who's the pillars. The rest are on the evangelist.
Which is the girl, the little brother, and who else?
The new girl that they have, the little brother, the first one that we don't ever see. We only see them in like lucid dreams.
Like in possessions,
and the girl
right?
with the eye covers.
The electrical?
Yeah. She's also a pillar.
I didn't know that.
So I kind of I went ahead and learned the last 2.
No.
And I forgot what they were.
So you read the manga though, yeah?
I read a little bit and I forgot who they were.
Okay. Who?
I just know that like these 2 are important.
Okay.
To the main character or to the story?
Both. And I also,
Nice.
I also learned that the 5th pillar can find out who they are.
Okay.
So that's like that's her Adala burst. When she has the link, she can find out who the next pillars are. Which is why it was essential they wanted her.
Mm-hmm.
The one that got picked up right now, right?
Yeah, the crazy one that wants to die.
Oh man.
That was her logic. It's like, you're too boring because I'm not going to die. These people, I might die. I've never seen someone's logic like, okay.
Interesting. So have you guys watched SAO at all?
Oh, no.
No? Or what about
I'm hyped for this upcoming
shaking
winter
his head out in the back. So yes,
With
I
his
have.
fan.
Right?
Aww.
Is there anything else that you guys have watched
I'm
recently?
hyped though. I want to announce the hype for.
I'm hyped more about God of High School. It's coming out this Monday.
Okay, yeah.
Because they're finally going to go into. I want to see how they do it. Because, like I said to you guys before, they already showed his powers.
Right.
They haven't told who he is, but they've showed his powers.
Right.
I'm trying to see how they're going to continue into this.
Even with the changes that they've made on in the anime,
because
right?
they can still do it. Because now in the show, they release who's the key, who they're looking for, and Megalodon, the person with it, he can still do the thing that he does.
Right.
They haven't shown how he does it yet. When he's using it, but they'll do. And then they'll obviously, I think the next one they're gonna show off what Dawi Han's power truly is.
Okay.
Which I know.
No, of course you do. You
'Cause I
read
read-
up on the manga.
And I think it's pretty interesting, but like Jin Murray is just a lot better.
All right.
So
and
just a heads up for everyone though.
yes,
For this upcoming new winter season.
I think next week we're going to announce what the list is and what we're what we're hyped to watch. Right.
They've already announced since
A
the
lot
beginning
of
of
things.
yeah. They already announced
That's what I'm hyped for. Then I wanted to announce what I'm hyped for.
Oh, okay. Please go. I haven't seen the list at all, so I wouldn't know. But
First
please go
one?
ahead. Yeah. Go ahead.
Quintessential quintuplets.
Yes, of course.
Kobayashi's Dragon Maid.
Oh, they're
Okay,
making
season
another
2. Yeah.
And Dr. Stoned.
Yeah.
Oh, they didn't
Dr.
delay that one. I
Stone.
thought they
They
delayed
did,
that
but
one.
it's gonna come out in the winter.
Oh.
Nice.
What else?
Strike the Blood, right? Isn't it
I
coming
think
out?
so. Those are the main three though that I'm.
And I think another Food Wars got announced. I think.
Oh,
I think also Don Machi, isn't it?
Don Machi, yeah. Oh my
Season
goodness.
4?
Yeah, dude.
Season
I totally
3.
forgot. I saw that they
4.
had I think I sent you guys, right? The Warner Brothers link to the Japanese Warner Brothers where they do all their I guess you say commercials.
Damn.
God dang!
Their commercials and stuff. And they had Food Wars and Don Machi's obviously no caption on that, but you could definitely see like a little bit of a snippet of the story, and the animation looks obviously amazing for Don Machi, and it just makes you want to be like, all right, come, like hurry up and let the season hurry up and start.
And I'm waiting for Konosuba though, but it's never gonna happen.
You know which one I really want to watch is the next season for that time I got reincarnated as a slime.
Is it announced? Oh,
I
Yeah,
think
it's announced for next year.
It's announced for next year, so I'm really looking forward to that. And
and then Drifters hopefully, but there's nothing there to be announced.
is Drifters gonna come out a second season?
They're gonna. Oh,
They haven't announced anything for Drifters.
And that was a great
I like that.
show. I really enjoyed it. I'm not quite sure if there's any other like second or third season coming out, or if there's any new anime mangas that were announced that are totally new.
Yeah. But anyway, though,
Yeah, definitely, guys. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up here. Again, thank you again for listening. We hope to hear from you guys in the show notes and the comment. Email us, shoot us some sort of message. We'll try to get to you as soon as possible. Remember,
Share the love on coffee.
yeah, definitely hit the links
Or on
please show
PayPal.
some love.
Yeah.
And
Peg coffee.
and definitely if there's anything that you have questions or concerns about, let us know. And
Leave a
follow us
message.
also
To
on
end this real quick,
on
Misa, you got
Twitter.
anything to say?
and follow us on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So
Anything to say?
for Life Tech and Sundry, this is Alan signing out.
This is Marcos.
This is Josue.
All right, peace.
That's it.
Bye.
Thank you for tuning into the LTS podcast. All the notes and more can be found in the description. By the way, we have a social media page where content is posted regularly. Feel free to reach out at us through there or via email. Both are found in the description. When you support the show, we have a merch store where you can buy an item that you like. If buying merch is not your thing and you just want to support the show directly, we also have links to those too, if you'd like. Thank you. Also, every comment is really appreciated. Credits in the description as well. Peace.